Today, we're going to talk about the tiny house here and the solar project that we got going on. So, over here, you can see those 4 panels back there. Those are bifacial panels. They're like 395 watt, but if you have good reflection on them on the backside, they'll put out up to 505 each. So there's about 2,000 watts, give or take, a maximum out of those panels. Realistically, in the wintertime, I see on fresh snow days, we'll see about 2,300 watts out of them, which is pretty amazing. They're definitely underrated panels and highly recommend those. But what we're going to talk about today here, follow me here. So we're going to be talking about batteries. So as you can see, we got all these Trojans. And what are they? They're Trojans T875s. There's 18 of them. They're 18-volt batteries. With the fires that we had last year up in Canada, it reduced our solar output by like 50%. Now, if you've ever followed any of the solar updates on this or the build on this, we rent this out on Airbnb and VRBO and such like that. You can't, what I'm learning is you can't expect guests to know how to operate solar and that they can't take these down below 50%. Also, I didn't set the inverter up so it would stop these from being ruined. And they brought them down to 0 to the point where the inverter shut off and several times basically killed them batteries. So there's, you know, a couple grand worth of batteries just sitting there on the ground, dead as can be. That's the old box for it. Tree fell on it. That didn't help any. It was over here. Here's the new box. I got to run new conduit, but we got a snowstorm coming in. You see, these are the wires that come out. We're gonna have to make a new one that kind of S's into it, okay? Here's the batteries. We built these. These are 18650s. They're 240 cells in each one. 14P, which means there's 14 packs of 230 cells. So I've got the fused nickel strips from Battery Hookup. They didn't sponsor it. I bought that myself. Great product for safety. You don't want these burning up on you. These are not like lithium iron phosphate. These have a higher likelihood of starting on fire, right? So we want to prevent that as much as possible. Now, we've got a JBD BMS in here, okay? And I've also got the Bluetooth for it. Now, the app that comes with this is junk. I'll show you the app that I use, and it was recommended to me by Average Joe from the Average Joe channel, and he's helped me out with a lot of this. He actually sold me all the cells that you see here. Gave me a heck of a deal on these cells. So thank you, Joe. Really appreciate that. This is definitely going to help out our business here. Now, we have just standard hardware holding these together. So you got the nickel strips going down the sides. I've got it wrapped in tape. And then I have 2 6-gauge solid copper going all the way down the whole length of the battery, and this is carrying most of the amp load, so then the nickel strip doesn't have to carry it all. You can't just, with a packs is this big, this size, if you just solder this wire onto here and here, or you know, one spot, it's just too much for that thick or that thin of a nickel strip. Okay, you can see there's wires everywhere. That'll all get cleaned up here in the next couple weeks, but we got a snowstorm coming tonight. It's supposed to get 1 to 2 feet. Crazy. We've had 7 inches total this whole year, and we've had 7 inches total of snow this year, and we're going to end the season probably with a foot and a half, maybe 2 feet of snow at the end of March. It's just nuts. When we built this box, it's just made out of 1/2-inch ply. I believe it's birch, I'm not exactly sure, and some 2x4s. We did the bottom, we did green treated, reason being it's in contact with the ground, so we use ground contact lumber. And there's 3 full-length runners, and it's only 16 inches wide from here to here. And put a lock on it because, you know, guests have kids. We want to lock them out of here because that's dangerous, right? It's 48 volts. Probably wouldn't kill them, but we don't want them dropping something on here in there causing issues, right? Now, you'll see in here I have 2 more sets of wires. Now that's for expansion. Those run all the way out to my solar panels back here. And I'm gonna be putting up probably this summer another set of 4, maybe 6, I don't know. Because we definitely need more solar input coming in for as much as this is. because you can see right here, we've got air conditioning. It's also a heater. We also have a diesel heater that runs over there. This all needs to be cleaned up from the winter. We had a tree fall, right? And caused some damage. So we gotta get all this fixed up so we can open. Was planning on being open by this upcoming weekend. I think it's gonna be probably 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. So we're running those batteries. That should be about we're running these 18650s. There should be about 600 amp hours there, right? And we've got a Predator 6500. It's a 5500 watt generator as a backup. All last year, this thing ran nonstop. It's 3 years old. This thing is a phenomenal generator. If you can get your hands on it, it has worked flawlessly. We just put gas in it. I change the oil about once every 2 weeks just because it runs so much. But anyway, let's take a look at inside here. Sad sight, all these dead batteries. If you guys got any ideas on how to revive some of them batteries, besides the salt trick, I've tried that in the past and I haven't had good luck with that. Got the inverter all set up for lithium now. You can see right here it says lithium. 14P is what we got it set up for, right? Because that's what we're using. And right now we've got 68 volts coming in from the panels, only 3.6-ish amps coming in. It is sunset, right? So it's dusk right now. Not very much power coming into this thing. Into the batteries, we got between 0 and 1 amps. Now this inverter lies. It's about 5 amps off. So until this says about 5 amps going in, it's really only putting a half amp, maybe 2 amps in. I know when it says 25 amps, it says it's really 20 amps, but all right. And you can see input to the battery, 0.02 kilowatts, just nothing going in the batteries right now. And we got 1.4 amps going out of the batteries. Basically right now we're just consuming what's being used for solar, or the solar coming in. Now people have asked how I have this hooked up. I've got over here, you've got the lines. I don't know, maybe I'll come back out tomorrow during the snowstorm and pull this cover off and pull that panel off so you can actually see how it's all hooked up. But it's really simple to hook up. Lead acids suck. Don't even bother with them. This project is not for the faint of heart, okay? I've been working on this all winter. This is like, I don't know, what's 14 times 250 or 240, 250, something like that cells. It's a lot of cells. It's a lot of spot welding, right? And I've tried those little USB spot welders. They're junk. Buy a capacitor one. I'll show you which one you should get. We've got these little bus bars here. These are great if your max is gonna be like 100 amps, you know, continuous. This inverter here will draw, you know, up to 100 amps continuous, but it'll surge to almost double that, so about 200 amps give or take. But they'll do 100 amps, no problem. And I'll put a link to those down in the description as well. Anyway, guys, if you guys have more time than money, this is a great way to get batteries, right? You know, you can buy them from electronic shops, you can buy them from your electronics recycler, you can buy the battery packs. You got to break them down, test each cell, so it is a little tedious. Lucky for me, Joe already tested most of these cells. Thank you again, Joe. Really appreciate this. You're really helping out here. I basically stole these cells from you, and I know that. I appreciate it though. They're going to be put to great use here. Anyway, go check out Joe's channel. If you want more on 18650s, he's gone through and has videos on how exactly to build the packs. That's why I personally didn't show you guys how to build them, because he's already got great videos on it. And he does a pretty good job at showing you. Why add more of the same crap? All right, guys, we'll see you later. Go out, do something, save yourself some money. Thanks for watching.